The yellow Sally is tied to imitate the adult stage of the Isopoerla stonefly. However, I found it also works just as effectively as an attractor or stimulator pattern, even when the Isopoerla is nowhere in sight. For this version of the yellow Sally, we're going to use a folding mill FM 5055 in size 14. After securing that in the jaws of your vise, get your favorite red thread attached to your hook. Here I'm using UTC 6/0. Bring the thread all the way down around the bend of the hook before cutting off the tag end. For dubbing, I like to use a bright yellow, either synthetic like I'm using here, or something like a superfine dubbing from Semperfli. It's really important that you're able to see the red thread through the dubbing when the fly gets wet, so make sure to create a very sparse dubbing noodle. About 2 to 3 inches should do. While I do the old dubbing wrapperoni, why not hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video? Leave a little tag of the red thread showing at the very back, and then start wrapping your dubbing forward onto the hook, stopping with just enough space behind the eye of the hook to attach your wings and hackle. For the wing, I like to use fine bleached deer hair. Take a small clump and cut it from the patch. Make sure you pull out any stragglers or guard hairs. Some people like to put it into a hair stacker at this point, but I usually forego this step to save time, and I don't think it's really necessary. Place the deer hair on top of the fly, giving 1 or 2 loose wraps before locking it into place with a couple more tighter wraps. I keep the deer hair sparse as well. Using your left hand, pull up the tag ends of the deer hair and come in with your scissors, cutting them off very close. Next, we're going to take a size-appropriate grizzly hackle feather and tie it in right on top of the deer hair. Using your hackle pliers, wrap the feather around the hook about 3 times before tying it off. Be careful not to capture too many of the hackle fibers with your thread. Next, cut off the unused part of the feather, and while pulling back the fibers, give a few more wraps to make sure everything's tight and locked in place. Finally, give the fly a few wraps with a whip finisher. Cut off the thread and add a drop of head cement. Lastly, cut off any unwieldy strands of hackle. And there you have it, the yellow Sally.